Sea Island Golden Jade House. What is the purpose of inviting us here, little girl? Quickly tell us, I've got things to do. That's right, this is the only time each year that the sea market opens. We are wasting our time and money by being delayed here. Many Gu masters gathered in Golden Jade House, staring at the blue-scaled mermaid girl, Zia Lin, and spoke. They were already a bit impatient from waiting. Zia Lin looked around with a slight smile. Everyone here is a respectable figure, so I'll make it short. From now on, this island is my territory and under my control. If you all want to come here and make transactions, I'd welcome you with open arms, but you need to pay taxes and you can't stay on the island for a long time. As for the way to stay and live here for a long time, that is to join me and become my subordinate. There was a sudden silence in the house. Immediately, the Gu masters went into an uproar. Was this a joke? The few rank 3 Gu master leaders all looked unhappy. Little girl, you're too bold. Juniors these days, they really don't know what fear is. Do you really think you can act so arrogantly after killing a rank 3 Gu master? Don't forget, you are just a rank 2 Gu master. Faced with many questions, Zia Lin felt apprehensive, but remembering that this was Master Chu's order, she could only force a smile as she answered as instructed. No need to doubt my words now, you will know what I am relying on. What is it? Immediately someone asked. Zia Lin was still smiling, because even if she said so, she had no idea what it was. But at that moment, the ground began to shake. What's going on? Someone screamed as the ground shook more and more. Is it an earthquake? The Gu masters were in a state of shock and panic. Fortunately, this Golden Jade House was a Gu house and had some defensive effects. But the outside world was already in chaos, with screams and shouts everywhere. No, I need to rush back to guard my shop. I'm leaving too. The Gu masters tried to run out, but suddenly, a thick yellow light suddenly emerged from the ground. The yellow light enveloped the entire island and blocked the entrance of the Gu house. No matter what they tried, the Gu masters could not break through the yellow light and were horrified. What in the world is going on? This is no ordinary earthquake. Zia Lin, you must know something. Someone saw that Zia Lin was still smiling. He had a flash of inspiration and screamed loudly. As a result, all the Gu masters in the room focused their attention on Zia Lin. Zia Lin was also shocked, but at this moment, Fang Yuan's voice was transmitted, instructing her on how to deal with the situation. Everyone, there is no need to panic. This change is only beneficial for everyone. I will not say more, just watch it quietly. This change will not last long. Zia Lin was keeping this a secret, but the Gu masters did not dare to look down on her. This was clearly not a natural disaster, but a man-made situation. But who could do something of this magnitude? Not mortals, at least. A word suddenly emerged in the minds of all the Gu masters: immortal. This was indeed a method of an immortal. Or more accurately, Fang Yuan was repairing the immortal formation at the bottom of the sea. He took out portions of immortal materials from his immortal aperture and put them into the formation, before activating many killer moves to repair it. Yellow light surged around the island, spreading around. A brand new piece of land around the island condensed and appeared in the yellow light. Those ships that were originally around the edge of the island ran aground. The people on the boats were shouting and screaming, fixed in place by the yellow light, unable to move. The yellow light gradually dissipated. The entire island had more than doubled in size. At the edge of the new sea island, tides surged up, causing huge waves. Countless fish and sea beasts revealed themselves. Fang Yuan had started to fix the water path aspect after repairing the earth path side of the formation. Finally, when he had completely mended the immortal formation, the huge waves on the surface of the sea gradually calmed down. However, Fang Yuan did not stop yet. He added a small subsidiary immortal formation on top of the foundation of this great formation. After the small formation was built, he waved his hand again and gave the small formation to Zia Lin. Thus, a white light descended from the sky and enveloped Zia Lin before it merged entirely into Zia Lin's body. Zia Lin did not have any attainment in formation path, but this small formation designed by Fang Yuan was very friendly. Zia Lin suddenly felt that she had many new abilities instinctively. This instinct was as natural as breathing or like moving legs and feet. It allowed her to move the island's land and the surrounding seawater using her thoughts. Rumble. Amidst muffled sounds, the entirety of Golden Jade House began to expand, growing larger and larger, quickly transforming from a small building to a beautifully ornate palace. This was naturally also Fang Yuan's doing. He had expanded Golden Jade House and created a formation core here, which was secretly connected to the formation deep under the sea. This series of astonishing changes made the entire crowd of Gu masters gawk and stand dumbfounded. Xia Lin was showing a smile, but she was also immensely shocked internally. Fang Yuan's words rang in her ears once again. She read out the script. "Everyone, you witnessed it with your own eyes. I am fortunate to be accepted as a disciple of the great immortal. My immortal master has just laid out the immortal formation and ordered me to guard this place. I will be in charge of mortal affairs." Saying so, Xia Lin willed as yellow light surged up, enveloping all of the Gu masters present. Xia Lin willed again as these Gu masters gasped in shock. They were suppressed by this yellow light and could not move. They were all raised into the air, unable to retaliate. Xia Lin smiled, the yellow light dissipated, and these Gu masters were released. This. Immortal miracle. This is an immortal miracle, so there really are immortals in the world. I reverently ask Lady Xia Lin, why did your immortal master set up an immortal formation here? I wonder what Lord Immortal has planned. Xia Lin just smiled. She had also just learned that Master Chu was actually an immortal. Her shock was no less than the others. Now, does everyone have anything you wish to say about my previous proposal? Xia Lin looked around and asked in a warm voice once again. The Gu masters did not dare to question her again. They bowed their heads together. Some even fell to their knees on the spot, saying that they wanted to follow Xia Lin, while some wanted to go under Fang Yuan as his disciple. Xia Lin could only appease them one by one. Fang Yuan's divine sense went around Xia Lin. In the end, he only said a few words of advice to her before he left her to her own devices. Although there were signs of immortals in Dragon Whale Paradise, be it his previous life or present life, Fang Yuan had never seen any native immortals. Legends about immortals had been circulating within the mortal world, but they were only rumors. This time, Fang Yuan displayed an immortal miracle and set up the immortal formation, leaving many things within the formation to Xia Lin. Soon, countless people arrived after hearing the news. Some of them wanted to see the miracle, while others simply wanted to join Xia Lin as a subordinate. In the previous life, Fang Yuan helped Xia Lin become the mermaid saintess. In this life, he had simply made an early move to support the growth of Xia Lin's forces first. In the following period of time, Xia Lin would maneuver between various forces and Gu master experts. She would follow Fang Yuan's instructions to establish her own force. Even if there were things she could not do right, there was still a will left behind by Fang Yuan within the formation to tutor her and help her to make up for any flaws. His investment in Xia Lin was actually not even a drop in a bucket. Repairing the underwater formation was the most costly thing that Fang Yuan did. Fang Yuan's Earth Path attainment level rose. His weakness was eliminated as he rapidly found a useful method to fix this formation. He had Grandmaster Formation Path attainment level. He could not use natural Dao marks. He had to use immortal materials. The immortal materials that he expended here were his greatest spending. Not only was the difficulty of a mid-sized mission higher, the Gu Immortal also had to make investments sometimes. Merit points were not so easy to earn. Fang Yuan returned to the merit obelisk. This mission gave him 100 merit points. This was the limit of a mid-sized mission. His action of repairing the formation was perfect. Thus, he became the undeniable number one person on the merit board. The gain of 100 points made everyone else feel a strong sense of dejection. This time, Fang Yuan did not leave in a hurry. He started to research on the merit board. His Earth Path attainment rose to Grandmaster level. Could he comprehend this immortal Gu house? If he could comprehend it and use some methods, would he be able to make loopholes in the merit obelisk and refine this entire immortal Gu house? Earlier, Fang Yuan could not do it and had to follow the rules. But all along, he had not given up on the idea of getting this merit obelisk. After looking at it for some time, deep disappointment flashed in Fang Yuan's eyes. The merit obelisk contained the profundity of earth path, but also sound path, human path, and heaven path. And looking at the foundation, earth path and sound path were just supplementary. The true cores were human path and heaven path. To have hopes of comprehending this completely, I will need to be a great grandmaster in all four paths. Fang Yuan realized this and smiled bitterly to himself. It was unrealistic to try to refine this merit obelisk now. That was only natural. Before Fang Yuan, who knows how many Gu immortals had come here. Among these predecessors, there were definitely outstanding people, but they were unable to do anything to this rank 8 immortal Gu house. Fang Yuan's foundation in this aspect was not deep. How could he possibly refine this rank 8 immortal Gu house easily? There was no breakthrough in this area, so Fang Yuan had no choice but to continue to follow the rules. He continued to receive and complete missions. When he reached 900 merit points, Shen Zio finally screamed at the merit obelisk. I finally found it. This is the one, this good person title. At this moment, Shen Zio almost wanted to tear up from joy. He quickly told Shen Kongsheng about this discovery. Soon, Shen Clan's Gu immortals started to show signs of rising merit points, followed by Ren Zuping, Tong Hua, and the rest. There were 4 groups on the merit board now. The first group was a single person, Fang Yuan. He was way ahead. The second group was the Shen Clan Gu immortals led by Sheng Kongsheng. They were trying to catch up. The third group was Ren Zuping and Tong Hua. As they were attached to Shen Clan, they had been informed of this secret after some time. And the last group was Miao Ming Shen and the others. They had not learned about this. After completing another mission, Fang Yuan's merit points rose to over 1,000. He looked at the merit board, laughing in his mind. They finally found the good person title. These people are truly unlucky. Maybe this is the result of my luck suppressing them. He came to the board and started exchanging for a reward. He spent 1,000 merit points in exchange for the really good person title. With this title, he could finally accept large-sized missions.